Today we're going to talk about how you can supercharge your heroes and civilization eras and allies by using relics. Relics are a way to get stats and effects that are very powerful, both in PvP and PvE. Now, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Civilization Eras and Allies. Thank you again for sponsoring today's video. You can use the link in the description to download the game if you haven't downloaded it already. So let's start with what are relics? Well, these are items, as I mentioned, that give you boosts, and you can see them on the hero screen just above my head. It's actually above the little thing that says points. I'll tap on it right over here. This is my equipped relic. They're basically items that increase your hero's basic stats and also can give them two special abilities. One is a feat entry, and another is a special entry. Now, these relics are only equipable by your heroes starting at level 40, and each player can have a maximum of 100 relics. Now, if you want to see all of the relics that you've got, then we got to go somewhere else here. We're going to make our way over to the relics. All right. So you're going to obtain relics. Why don't we start there by submitting multiple copies of a relic clue. You do this on the Discover tab. Here's the Discover tab. Reset happened very recently, actually. And so I can claim my daily clues. This is one of the ways that you get clues. This happens at 0 UTC. I think it's UTC plus 9, actually, daily, at least for the server that I'm in. And you can get a maximum of 5 relics a day. And they also carry from season to season. So these stick with your account, all right? And when you go and you actually submit for a clue, you've got to have 3. I actually got to move over here. 3 of a clue, and then you can go submit. I don't have anything I can actually submit at this exact moment, but there's a % chance you'll get different levels of rarity of the relic, okay? And if I swing back over here to the list, you can see the different levels of rarity here on the screen. Blue, and then purple, and then I don't know, orange, gold. We'll go with gold, right? There's a bunch of ways that you can obtain these relic clues that you'll ultimately use to unlock relics. One, I showed you that daily clue. That's important. The next is the regular offering. So if you go back to the events, the regular offering is a reward for logging in regularly. I can't do this now. It's 8 hours until it's available. But you can see the next one is coming up. And I'll get 3 random clues then. And I can get 3 random clues in this time range and in this time range. All right. The next thing is called a barracks raid. You can get up to 3 random clues when you join a barracks raid. So if we swing back out here, here's a barbarian barracks. You can see clues is one of the options here as a reward. You can get rewards 2 times per day, and that stacks over the course of multiple days to a total of 6 reward chances in total. And you also can be gifted relic clues and ask for clues in game. So you can ask your alliance, you can ask in world chat, and people could gift you clues. Okay, so there's a bunch of ways that you can get your clues. Now, I mentioned the different rarities, but there's more to it than just the rarity. In fact, if I hit the relic guide, I can tap into the entry section here. And there's 2 different types of sort of entries that you can get. So this is beyond just getting stats. You also can get 1 feat entry and 1 special entry. So when you get a relic, it might have 0. It might have 1 of a feat entry or 1 of a special entry, or you might have both a feat entry and a special entry. And you also can upgrade relics over here. This uses a blue currency. All right, I can't remember the name offhand. I suppose I could just look at my notes. This is going to influence the main stat and the substat. All right, so any armament can have 1 main stat and 2 substats. Main stats can go to a total of 12. Substats can go to a total of 6. So I probably can show you. Here you go. This is one of my better ones here. You see the main stat is int of 9.3. The substats are both int, which is amazing, 4.3 and 4.4. So when you do an upgrade, it might be better, it might be worse. You choose if you want to accept the new version or keep the old version. The other thing you can do is you can refine. Refining is going to use the orange crystals. This, well, you could get 0, you could get 1, or you could get 2, as I was describing, right? You either get no entries, either a feat entry or a special feat special entry, or you get a feat and a special entry. And this, you can see, is a double entry, which is the goal here. And every 10 refinements, you are guaranteed a double entry. That pity counter, by the way, is counted amongst all of your relics, which is pretty nice. So you can see this like pity, it says do 9 more here. If I look at another one, it's still 9 because it's across all of them, which is kind of nice. You can recycle relics, depending on the rarity, to get either the blue crystals or the orange crystals. If you recycle blue or purple, you're going to get blue crystals. If you recycle gold, you're going to get, I believe, the orange crystals from these. You can also purchase relic upgrade items in the shops. Each shop will require a different currency to go and purchase them from, all right? Now, there are some feats that I think are really, really good. So let's just talk about a couple of the ones that are like really powerful. One of them is called Purging Dust. At the start of turn 3, erase 1 random ally's combat debuffs. That to me feels very strong. The other one is at the start of turn 4. This is Peace of Mind. Erase your own combat debuffs. And I believe that you could have these on each of the heroes in your lineup. So if you like these a lot, and I do, like each of your heroes can be, you know, cleansing their own debuffs, Peace of Mind on turn 4. Another really good one is Wit. Wit is going to make it so that during the first turn of battle, you gain evasion, becoming immune to 1 instance of damage, gives you a little bit of survivability. Just to give you a sense of the sorts of relics that I've got on my heroes here, you can see I've got Orchid Pavilion on Cleo. Nothing too special here with the stats. In fact, a lot of room for improvement. But int of 5.6, attack of 2.9, defense of 1.8, rejuvenation and armor. I showed you this one, which is probably my best one. 9.3 int, 4.3 int, and 4.4 int. This is on my son Sue. Does a ton of work. Tactical heal effects increased by 6% and tactical defense of 5. I've got this one equipped as well, but it's just 1 main stat and 1 substat, which is not ideal. And like you can see, obviously, my relic collection, there's room for improvement. All right, there's room for improvement. I don't have that many equipped right now, although this season just started. And as I mentioned toward the beginning of the video, you do need to have level 40 before you can actually equip to the hero. All right, so relics are only equipable starting at level 40. And you can kind of cruise through and you can see, like, you know, that's what the little relic section is for. Unlocks at level 40. There you go. Showing you that is what I wanted to accomplish there. All right. So long story short, relics are something you're going to collect that lets you customize and enhance a hero. You get stats and you get effects. They can be incredibly powerful. And over time, the goal is to build out this collection. And a part of the magic of the relics is that you may or may not really get a window into how, you know, an enemy lineup will perform until you know what relics they're using. So you can see what hero combination they've got and what troops they might have. But like until the relics are also kind of revealed, they may have more tricks up their sleeve. All right. You enjoyed this video? Throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. Big thank you again to Civilization, Eras, and Allies for sponsoring this video. I've got other vids designed to help you get value and smash your enemies. So check the cards in the end screen. For more ways, I'll do maybe like a top 10 tricks vid. That's a good one. And you know what? The other one we'll have YouTube recommend to you. This is the vid YouTube recommends to you. And this channel is dedicated to Civilization, Eras, and Allies. So consider subscribing.